Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Folge Let's Play NBA 2K18 und wir rutschen immer näher an die Playoffs ran. Ich kämpfe noch um einen Platz unter den Top Rookies of the Year und ja, wir wollen natürlich auch in der Tabelle noch nach vorne rutschen. Das nächste Spiel geht gegen die Milwaukee Bucks und bevor wir durchstarten, schauen wir noch mal kurz auf die Tabelle. Das werden wir jetzt jedes Mal machen, denn es ist ja langsam gegen Ende, da passiert nicht mehr ganz so viel. Deswegen schauen wir doch mal, wie es im Playoff-Bild aussieht. Und da sehen wir, dass wir immer noch auf 3 sind, aber gar nicht so viel Rückstand haben auf Platz 2 und Platz 1. Die Playoffs haben wir sicher, aber wir haben auch noch ein paar Spiele übrig. Und wir können noch an Houston und die Golden State Warriors rankommen, wenn die mal verlieren und wir weiter gewinnen. Ob es passiert oder nicht, das seht ihr jetzt in der ersten Hälfte des Spiels gegen die Milwaukee Bucks. Viel Spaß!
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Next to me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll be watching the Los Angeles Clippers playing against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Well, for Milwaukee, they're sitting at 500 over the last 10 games, kind of treading water. They'd really like to make a splash over the next few games. You talk about explosive players in the NBA. And few are as explosive as the man we'll see tonight, Jabari Parker. He can power his way through a defense and embarrass you at the rim.
What do you think, Shaq?
Well, he has great stride, length going at the rim. Allows him to cover ground. He's strong enough to shrug off any contact. Looks really, really good out there. I'm glad he's healthy.
Are you paying attention?
I thought you was going to Kenny first because you was looking at him.
No, I was going to you first. I was kind of looking you off. But I thought you would.
He couldn't catch the no-look pass.
No, I would have hit you right square in the nose if that had been a basketball. Anyway, we're talking about Jabari Parker, weren't we?
Yeah, nothing could slow this guy down. I mean, I love the fact that he's healthy, the fact that he can get to the rim. The reason he can, because he can shoot that jump shot. So you got to play up close. He goes by you and finishes at the rim.
Look out.
No-look pass.
Look out.
Hit him in the head again.
Kevin Harlan, we're ready for the tip.
Hey, what's up, Judge?
What's up,
I
Shane?
appreciate you cleaning out my locker, man.
Cleanest locker in the NBA.
You're a beast, none like you, man. I'm telling you. Oh, man, what's up, brother?
What
There
up,
you
Shane?
are. Hey, man, look, I've been thinking. You know I've been around a minute, right?
You've been here longer than a minute, bro.
Oh, man, not that long, but look, I've played against Rookie of the Year caliber
Hey,
guys.
Shaq,
Yes, Coach.
Did you get my email?
Oh, yeah, I got it, but, man, I'm kind of busy that day, Coach. I'm sorry, man.
I know you're not bailing out on me, Shammy.
It's not that I'm bailing. I just had a doctor's appointment, and I forgot about
So we're
it.
making excuses. Is that what it is?
No, Coach, no excuse.
So when you ask for more game time, I guess I'm gonna have something else to do too.
Oh, hold up, wait,
Now we're interested.
Wait, hold up, man. I'm gonna be there.
gonna
Matter
be there?
of fact, I'm gonna bring my mac and cheese.
That's
all right?
what I'm talking about. Because
Gotcha,
LeBron
Coach.
is bringing his potato salad. Steph's gonna bring his curry chicken. It's gonna be on and popping.
I'll be there too, Coach, on the ones and twos.
Hey, and I got them favorite deviled eggs for you too. It's gonna be good.
Coach, I can come too, right?
Hey, but look, man, what I was saying is if you keep balling the way you've been balling and you sprinkle on what you've been doing in practice,
Yeah.
you're gonna be major, man.
You think so,
I'm
bro?
telling you, man. Look, you my rookie for a reason, all right?
That's the plan.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. The Milwaukee Bucks come into this one after the win against the Cavaliers in Cleveland, and they pulled off a 3-point win in that one. Too close for comfort, but they'll take it.
I think a lot of people were surprised by that result because on paper, you didn't think that that game would be that competitive.
It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. We're toward the end of the year now. Some clear playoff teams need to choose between playing injured starters, maybe earning a higher seed, or Brent, more importantly perhaps, resting up and being truly healthy for the playoffs. Which is more important? That's a tough one.
I think you have to really start to look at the team, Kevin, in the construct of veteran players versus young players. What kind of experience collectively have they had in the postseason? At some point, if you have a veteran team, the health of your team is most important. You always have faith that whatever you do on a nightly basis as a veteran team, that your game will travel. So I think teams lean on the side of health this time of year.
And the Clippers starting 5. Gallinari, the 3 with Griffin at the 4. Rivers out there with DJ, and it's Jordan in at the 5 down low. Gallinari on the wing. This one for 3. The Clippers getting another chance here. The Bucks with a quick start to this game. Middleton for 3, and it's DJ with the rebound. All players have fans, Greg, but some players just have a gravity to them, and it's safe to say DJ is one of them. You see plenty of kids in his jersey, and he has quickly become one of the more recognizable faces in the league.
And when you combine his personality and interest in music with what he can do on the floor, it is a marketing firm's dream. And after talking to DJ a few times, he comes off as a very genuine person, and it's easy to see why the fans flock to him.
Now Brogdon following the 3-point attempt by DJ. Here's Monroe. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Can't give Monroe that mid-range jumper. He's pretty consistent from there.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
DJ kicks to Gallinari. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And you just get the sense the whole period he's been a bit out of sync.
Sometimes you just can't figure out what's wrong, but he keeps trying to push through.
Screen by Parker. And Middleton kicks to Parker. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss.
That's a wide open shot. Sadly, he came up short.
Rivers dishes to DJ. Gallinari in the corner. Jordan the screen. Shot clock at 5. He took good advantage of that screen. DJ's got his first 3 points of the game.
In flawless form. DJ's got those supple hands. No way he's missing that one.
And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That is his first foul of the game. And the Bucks with possession here. Middleton the pass to Brogdon. Monroe sets a screen for Brogdon. Right at the free throw line. The feed to Snell. 6 to shoot. Screen by Monroe. Not going to go that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Away from home, you got to execute. And they did that flawlessly.
Never really perfect on the offensive end, and probably 1 or 2 possessions they'd love to have back. But on the whole, a tremendous synergy on offense.
And here is Brogdon following the 3-pointer by DJ. Screen by Parker. Brogdon kicks to Middleton. Monroe with a screen on Rivers. Here's Middleton. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
Here's Brogdon following the basket by DJ. Parker, right side. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. The dish now to DJ. Here's Jordan. The shot will not fall. Good work defensively by Monroe. Middleton against Rivers. Middleton the pass to Brogdon. Screen by Parker. Now here's Brogdon. He started close. Middleton can't get it to go.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Hey, Greg, when you look at all the dunks that DeAndre Jordan has on his resume, it's pretty impressive.
And Jordan, I feel, is even underrated with his dunking ability. Very agile. You can see that in warm-ups as well as the dunk contest. His unmatched power when attacking the rim, really unprecedented. He may be the best athlete in the league.
Brogdon kicks to Parker. Back to Brogdon. Screened by Parker. Middleton for three. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Gallinari dishes to DJ. Hands it from downtown. DJ's got 11.
A split-second decision from DJ on the catch-and-shoot jump shot. It's a sign of a player with the right mindset, ready to fire.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
It has to be, for a lot of teams, a fearsome part of their roster. This Clipper team having both Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan as their starters, both all-star caliber players. If they go unchecked, these two guys can go on the run.
And with the Clippers, they do have that amazing 4-5 tandem. One of the best combinations of dunking big men ever on a team.
Well, they certainly are one of the more exciting combinations of forward and center, consistently getting above the rim and maybe taking the heart out of you with the way they get up there and finish so many lobs and demoralize your defense.
Here's Snell. Gallinari covering. Snell, that's good.
Yeah, got to feel good about the way you started this one, guys, as he is making almost everything out there and giving his team a good, solid boost.
Griffin, Jordan, it's good on the putback.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Bucks trail by 6. Brogdon the pass to Monroe. He feeds it to Parker. There's the pass to Middleton. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Rivers gets a wide open look. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Brogdon kicks to Parker. He dishes it to Middleton. Pass to Brogdon. Screen by Monroe. Shot off the screen, and he makes that one. Brogdon's got his first basket of the night.
Defenders have a tough time getting around the width of Greg Monroe. He's a big guy, willing to set hard screens.
Now here's Jordan. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. Brent, when you were playing, your ability to pass and shoot, and you were 6'7", really a positionless player before the term became popular. You could play so many ways, in so many different positions all over the floor. I would think that would fit today's game perfectly.
Well, it's nice of you to say, Kevin. I'd like to think that I was a bit of a switchblade player, especially the way the offenses now are expanding to the three-point line and giving guys with creativity a lot of room to operate. And if the first available shot's an open 3 for a guy on your team, I could probably sink my teeth into something like that.
You like positionless basketball? Do you like watching it now?
Well, that's the way I play defense, Kevin, positionless.
A different look for Milwaukee. John Henson's checked in for Monroe. Thon Maker comes in for Tony Snell. And Shumpert in there for Chris Middleton. The Clippers also making some changes. Harrell comes in for Blake Griffin. Lou Williams is subbed in for Rivers. Can't make the second free throw either. Missing both.
You look up and down this Bucks roster, and you have to do that. Up and down and over and side to side. Just so much length with this team. Giannis is certainly the biggest name with the biggest wingspan, but guys like Thon Maker and Tony Snell defensively, they've got great reach as well.
Just 4 to shoot. Bucks at 5 from 18. Parker's shot is off.
And the defense is just not very aggressive. Definitely fortunate that the mid-range jumper did not find the bottom of the net that time.
And the shot goes in.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Ogden kicks to Parker. Dishes it to Maker. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
I really like the awareness, noticing that he's got the mismatch, and then he just used his size as his advantage on the layup.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Reed's checked in. Free throw good from Maker. And this Clippers team has been in the hunt for a deep playoff run for some time. Consistently tried to get a veteran bench to help them with that goal, and they've succeeded there, but it's come at the cost of developing young players.
Yeah, last season the Clippers were the oldest team in the NBA by average age, and they have not had many injections of youth to revitalize or develop the roster along with the success that they've had. And you know, that could be really important for a young player to watch a team do great things. They've relied on a lot of veterans, and there could be some cost or residual cost to not having some younger players.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Now here's Brogdon, guarded close. Maker with a screen for Parker. Over Harrell. Gallinari with the rebound.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon, because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Clippers team.
Interconference showdown. You love to see clubs that don't play each other often go head-to-head.
Well, they'll meet twice this season tonight, the first matchup, so hard to know exactly what to expect.
Now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months, the scope of that for Middleton.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Bucks trail by 11. Outside jumper. Hansen sets a screen for Shumpert. Shot off the pick. That shot misses. So the Clippers will take it the other way.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
This guy is just shredding the defense right now. He's hitting any shots he's putting up.
The Clippers shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
What's up?
Free throw good, DJ. Hey, Brady, you and I were talking about the toughest players in the league just a minute ago. It's easy to go right to physical attributes, but let's shift it. And who are some of the toughest guys mentally in the game now?
Those guys who are thinking out there on the floor, not only about what they have to do, Kevin, but getting their guys lined up and into right spots. I think that Marc Gasol does an incredible job of that in Memphis, especially as the center, knowing all the coverages, backing up the line of defense on pick and rolls, rebounding, outletting, scoring. That's a lot of work for a big guy. And the elite guys that we could talk about, Kev, Chris Paul and LeBron James. I mean, how good are those guys when it comes down to making sure that things are communicated between the coach and that all 5 guys know their responsibilities on the floor?
Yeah, but if it can come from the back end, like you said with Gasol, what about a guy like DeAndre Jordan, who I think has really tried to improve that part of his game?
I think there's a lot more appreciation for how much DeAndre Jordan does, especially the way that he contributed to the USA team.
And so he hits both. And a look at John Henson, the Tar Heel product, very measured in his play, never does much to hurt you when he's out on the floor.
John Henson's out there for 2 reasons. Rebound the basketball and be a rim protector. He uses those incredibly long arms to bother shooters, and as long as the perimeter defense is shuffling guys towards John Henson's way, he can have a huge effect on the ball game for the minutes he's in.
Long range from the inbound, and DJ gets it to go on the assist from Reed.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Now let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Jason Kidd.
Well, Kevin, no surprise he said their focus has to be on defense when you're going up against a team that's so crafty on offense. He said we have to avoid mental lapses because they will take advantage. And we'll see if they're on their game tonight, Kevin.
David, thanks as always. Their goal early on is a simple one, keeping those opposing shooters from getting hot.
Yeah, and so defensively, they can't get tied into any one strategy. It might take a few different approaches here before they find one that works.
One approach, GA, might be clogging up the passing lanes and make it really difficult to move the ball around the perimeter, get away from the shifting, and keep the open three-point looks to a minimum.
And Milwaukee has possession. The Clippers getting the bucket. And the basket by Maker.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
Now here's DJ. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game, and it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Wells, he's checked in for Gallinari. Williams against Shumpert. Here's the 3. The rebound by the Bucks. There's 1:17 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Brogdon. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Brogdon's got his second basket of the night.
Shumpert surveying the floor and finding the open man, so a nice swing pass on that possession.
Reed a screen. Clippers moving the ball around. No good on that one. Bucks trail by 13. Parker outside, passes it to Brogdon. They set the pick. Shot clock at 6. Henson with the screen. From deep. That one doesn't drop. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Williams kicks to DJ. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. And that's now 25 points for DJ.
It's early, but they are getting pummeled on the glass.
Now Brogdon. An 11-point game for him in the win against Cleveland.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
There's Parker with the 3. Drills it from outside.
Well, when he has some room, that's got to give you a bit more confidence as a shooter, and Jabari steps up for 3 more.
DJ has been leading the charge for Los Angeles, going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And a chance to hear from DeAndre Jordan, who talks about the inspiration he drew from head coach Doc Rivers.
Doc told me, You know, you should be Defensive Player of the Year, not just for one time, but for multiple years. And I could tell that he wasn't trying to hype me up or just telling me that because I was his player. He really meant it. Once you have that confidence from somebody like that, you can only play well.
And you gotta love how the passion to play defense burns in DeAndre, and how Doc has stoked that fire with desire and inspiration. I mean, I have to believe we're going to see that confidence proven to be right.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Clippers to be in. What do you think, guys?
I mean, through that first quarter, to me, it's all about their D.
There's a lot of ways to build a lead. This one's built on stops.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. EJ out there with Wells. Then it's Reed. Then it's Williams. And it's Harrell in at the 4. And now the Clippers on the break. To the wing right side. Lets the 3 fly. Offensive rebound. Reed gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Reed's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Los Angeles. Kicks it to Shumpert. To the wing on the left. There's Parker with the 3. The shot, no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Parker's got 5 now.
Well, that pull-up J is going to be unblockable. Too quick, and Jabari getting to the right spot to rise up.
And Wells the bucket on the assist by DJ. And the Clippers lead by 16.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you could turn it up.
Now here's Parker. 20 points for him last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And he didn't take any plays off at the defensive end. I mean, he wound up with 4 steals on the night. He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
It is strange to think that some of the players that Jason Kidd coaches on this team might have been too young to see how good he was when he played.
Well, Giannis is a prime example. Last season, Giannis was benched by Kidd, and then he looked up Kidd's credentials, and he said, wow, Rookie of the Year, never lost in the Olympics, won the finals, and is an NBA champion. That's right, Giannis. Sometimes looking things up in the internet can be beneficial.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
He's hit his free throws at a pretty good clip this year, 77%.
A different look for Milwaukee. Monroe's checked in for Maker, and Middleton subbed in for Malcolm Brogdon. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Jordan, he's checked in for Reed. Griffin comes in for Harrell. Teodosic is checked in for Lou Williams. And it's Patrick Beverly in for DJ. Brent, so many heady players, tough players, eventually become coaches. We've seen it time and again. And what kind of situation would it take, for instance, for you to get involved with that, either on the floor, on the bench, or in the front office?
I'll tell you right now, Kevin, I'm so thankful for my local YMCA because I've coached the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade teams for the last few years.
Good for
I'm not getting paid for it, but I think I'm learning more there than I would in the league.
But you enjoy it.
I do enjoy it, and Kevin, I think basketball's been such a big part of my life that at some point I will love the opportunity to be involved with one of the 30 teams in the league in some capacity.
They'd be lucky to get you. First free throw is good.
Get the feeling that Milwaukee hit the jackpot with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Rare to get a superstar as elite as that in the draft, but they found him. He's the biggest superstar that this team has had probably since Michael Redd or Ray Allen.
And the Bucks making a change here. Snell's checked in. And he makes the first but misses the second. And Brent, for the Bucks, the team knows they need to build around Giannis Antetokounmpo as he is a once-in-a-lifetime talent.
Well, the front office does have an idea of just how good Giannis is right now, but what he can be, and it will be interesting how they decide to construct the roster. A lot lot of these guys are versatile and very, very long, and so that's problematic for the teams that are going to play against. The development has to come from within. This team could make a long playoff run if it does.
And here is Shumpert after the three-pointer from Shammy Wells. And Shumpert kicks to Snell. There's the pick. Pass to Wilson. Shoots over Griffin. Takes a big height bounce and goes in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Now the pass to Teodosic. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
We know that Blake Griffin gives you a lot offensively, but he's a very heady player, even when not putting up the shot. He can cut well, moves to open spaces on the floor, and he has a great eye for what's going on around him. A terrific passer as a power forward.
That's good from Blake Griffin. And you talk about Griffin and his passing. I remember last season watching him, Brent, throw a behind-the-back, between-the-legs assist to a baseline cutter. Wow.
Well, your memory is rock solid, Kevin. I remember that play as well, and he's certainly in the conversation as being one of the best passing big men in the league. Has always put up big assist numbers, and some of the things that he can do, especially on the break, handling the basketball, can be just as impressive as a Blake Griffin dunk. Well, Clippers and bad luck seem to go hand in hand. Just some tough breaks during the postseason for this franchise over the past couple of seasons. Consistently matching up with tough teams in the playoffs and not ever quite getting over the hump.
Over in the corner, Beverly. Jordan the screen. Steps back and fires. Craig Monroe with the rebound. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Clippers leading by 18. And to add to the Clippers' woes, when they've been poised to be a contender, they've had to face some of the all-time great teams like the Warriors and the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, it feels like that's the right spot for the Clippers to be, right, Kevin? I mean, for so many decades that the team, as soon as it found a competitive championship caliber roster, would end up facing foes that they did. Not only that, they had some injuries that set them back as well. So close, but not ever able to get over the hump.
Now here's Shumpert. 11 points for him in that last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. Brent, we know the regular season is a grind. We also know that revenue is king. Could you imagine a time when we'd actually have to play more than 82 games?
That's interesting, Kevin, because a lot of the times the argument you've heard over the course of the past 5 or 6 seasons, Kevin, is the opposite of that 65-game schedule. Why not reduce the schedule? Stars playing in every game, less back-to-backs, more time for recovery. So the idea of 82 games being extended beyond that, I don't think that that's in the realm of possibility.
65, 68 games, and they had that shortened season a couple years ago. It was terrific to watch.
It was, and so we'll see if the league does that. But in your question alone, Kevin, you said it. Cash is king. 82 is the number we're going to settle in, I think, for quite some time. Well, Tony Snell getting a chance to play as a consistent starter last season. Again, a classic guy at the 2-guard spot where you want him to defend and hit some threes, and he made the most of his chance last year with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Beverly against Shumpert. They set the screen. Griffin with the steal. Here's Rivers, again, Los Angeles.
Austin feeling the pull-up that time, reading the defense and not deciding to take it too far into the D.
And Shumpert kicks to Monroe. One-on-one here. Here's Rivers. Rebounded by the Bucks. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Middleton. Middleton dishes to Monroe. Back to Middleton. Shumpert against Beverly. 5 on the clock. Shot on the wing, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Feeds to Griffin. Back to Beverly. Shot's good. Griffin making the play.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Screen by Monroe. They set the pick. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Shumpert's got his first points of the night.
Shumpert can get into the paint, and then if he's patient, can find ways to score like that.
Here's Griffin, again, Los Angeles.
And maybe a little disengaged in the first quarter. Ball didn't come his way. He's really provided some scoring in the second quarter of action.
Now here's Monroe. He had 10 points in the win against Cleveland.
And you could tell the defense was really nervous dribbling or passing the ball anywhere near him in that one. He took advantage of their indecisiveness continually throughout the night, racking up 3 steals.
There's Snell, and it's Rivers with the rebound.
Ooh, the D did just enough to keep him from scoring. Thought that was in for sure.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul called on the Milwaukee Bucks.
Well, Griffin not shying away from the contact. As he's elevated his game, he understands he's going to see a bunch of physical play.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
A free throw drops for Griffin. And you don't see it quite as often anymore, but if you give Blake Griffin some space, Brent, and a path to the hoop, he'll put you on a poster. And whatever other social media you've got, and I know you've got a lot.
Yeah, log in, Kevin, and you'll see some Blake Griffin highlight plays. And it does seem like he needs a little bit more room to get to that burst. But that's a guy who's a veteran. That's a guy who's understanding his game a little bit better and still finding ways to be effective.
Now, here is Monroe. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game.
Too much respect paid that time on the pump fake from Greg Monroe. He pumped, the D jumped, he drew the foul.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And he's kept his percentage at a decent level, right around 74.
And the first one drops.
I feel like the strength of this Milwaukee Buck team is in their wing play, a great collection of talent who can mix and match and play a bunch of positions, a lot of switchable defenders out there, and most of their scoring production comes from that wing position.
Second free throw, no good. And Brent with the Bucks, they are a team that can mix and match with all their options on the perimeter.
Well, the Bucks most night have an advantage, certainly on the wings, with Giannis out there and how versatile and awkward he is to play against. Jabari Parker and company, that's a lot of the scoring load from the wing position along with Middleton, and they score at an efficient rate. They'd like to get a little bit more shooting. That could make them devastating offensively.
LA has gone 4-7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. And that one drops. Beverly's got 7 points for the quarter. Milwaukee has got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Henson, a screen on Beverly. Shumpert gets a wide open look. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
That's a shot you got to step up on. Wide open, no coverage. Good shooters don't miss that often.
Now here's Middleton. He's got 5. Here's Monroe. Good D by Jordan.
Wonderful defense, staying active around the rim and then really putting the shooter in a tough spot.
Count it. Griffin's got 11 points.
Well, the O looks unstoppable tonight, especially because of that guy. He's just torching them.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Monroe, the pass to Snell. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And for the Clippers, they have had some success certainly over the last decade. Still, Brent, it's always going to be a battle for this team to fight for the love of the city of Los Angeles against the Lakers.
Yeah, Kevin, I just feel like that's never going to happen. It's a Laker town in Los Angeles, and even over the course of the past few seasons where the Clippers have had more wins and more success and more deeper runs into the playoffs, the Lakers still run the town.
And he makes the first. A different look for Milwaukee. Maker comes in for Monroe, and Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Iman Shumpert. And so Snell nails both of them. So it's the Clippers now. And Beverly kicks to Rivers. There's the feed to Griffin. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Bucks shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Snell dishes to Maker. Over Griffin. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. The Bucks shooting a cool 28% in the second quarter. It's Brogdon on the wing, defended by Beverly. Gallinari with the steal. The finish, throws down the breakaway jam.
When you have a guy like Gallinari run the court and you're expecting them to pull up for the three, he can also fast break and get the layup.
Middleton the pass to Brogdon. There's a good screen. He kicks it to Henson. And Jordan sends it back.
If there's one end of the floor that DJ takes seriously, it's the defensive end, and he loves to get up and reject those shots.
And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Here's Snell. Banked in off the glass. And it's 7 points for Thon Maker.
And that is one thing he does very well. His intensity on the glass helps lead to these high percentage putbacks for his team.
Jordan the screen. Rivers kicks to Griffin. Back to Rivers. Lets it go from deep. Another shot. The shot's good from Jordan. Jordan's got 7 points in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And Middleton kicks to Brogdon. And it's off from three-point range. Los Angeles has gone an even 50% from three-point range in the second quarter, 4 for 8. Jordan sets the pick for Rivers. Shoots from the high post. The rebound by Middleton. Gallinari's gone 1 of 4 from the field. Middleton with it. Now guarded by Gallinari. Middleton the pass to Brogdon.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Last season, Malcolm Brogdon, one of the bigger surprises out of the rookie class.
Well, Malcolm Brogdon ends up becoming the Rookie of the Year as a second-round draft choice. Amazing to see how comfortable he played through stretches of the Milwaukee Bucks season last year. A good passer, never seemingly getting himself out of control, Kevin. That's some good heady stuff from a rookie.
The first free throw is good. Malcolm Brogdon, a second-round pick out of the University of Virginia. What a find, Greg, he has been, and you love that he can fill in at either guard spot.
And you get the feeling Brogdon was overlooked for being a 4-year player in college. Has the passing and vision of a point guard, scores well enough from inside and out to play off the ball as well.
Gallinari on the wing. The dish now to DJ. Drills the three-pointer. DJ's got 28.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
Maker kicks to Brogdon. There's the screen. Middleton outside. And the Bucks miss again.
And a tough game for the guys around him, mainly because his shot's been hit and miss.
Pass to DJ. The three. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Reed's got his second bucket of the night.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
screen by Parker. Brogdon kicks to Parker. The three-pointer, no good. And so it's Los Angeles, sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
David gibt's wie immer morgen, denn für heute war's das. Wir gucken noch kurz auf die erste Hälfte und diesmal lehne ich mich, glaube ich, nicht zu weit aus dem Fenster, als wenn ich sage, dass das Game hier jetzt schon durch ist. Fast 40 Punkte Vorsprung. Und zu meiner Leistung in der ersten Hälfte 28 Punkte, 3 Rebounds, 3 Assists, 1 Steal, 1 Foul auf der negativen Seite und eine Trefferquote, ja, doch leicht unter 50%, so 43, 44%. Also ganz so mein Ding. Und wenn die Bucks nicht aufpassen, dann wird es in der zweiten Hälfte noch eine ganz, ganz üble Angelegenheit für die. Denn im Moment, zumindest im zweiten Viertel, ist der Vorsprung immer weiter angestiegen. Und ja, sieht gut aus für uns, schlecht für die Bucks. Wie es ausgeht, seht ihr dann morgen. Wenn euch das Video gefallen hat, dann lasst einen Daumen hoch da. Ihr dürft auch sehr, sehr gerne kommentieren. Und wenn ihr uns noch nicht abonniert habt, dann abonniert es doch einfach. Vergesst aber nicht, die kleine Glocke neben dem Abonnieren-Button zu drücken, denn nur dann bekommt ihr alles mit, was bei uns im Kanal so abgeht. Und schaut doch mal vorbei auch bei uns auf Facebook, facebook.com/dzfmgaming oder im Kanalbanner hier auf YouTube. Unten rechts, da wo unsere ganzen Partner stehen, da braucht ihr nur draufklicken, kommt auch zu uns auf Facebook. Und dort bekommt ihr News aus der Szene, Tipps und Tricks, Tests zu spielen und auch immer mal wieder ein Gewinnspiel. Lohnt sich auf jeden Fall, da mal vorbei zu schauen. Und beachtet auch unsere Infokarten hier im Video, oben rechts. Wenn ihr da mit der Maus drüber fahrt, seht ihr so ein kleines Ausrufezeichen in einem runden weißen Kreis. Da haben wir ein paar Tipps für euch für noch ein paar andere coole Playlists hier im Kanal. Könnt ihr auch mal reinschauen. Und wenn euch NBA 2K18 gefällt, dann schaut mal in die Videobeschreibung. Da findet ihr einen Link, wo ihr das Spiel besonders günstig kaufen könnt. Für heute war es das. Im Abspann auf dem Kanal auf die rechte Seite die komplette NBA 2K18 Playlist und in der Mitte könnt ihr das abonnieren.